Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode 9. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and also you can subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. It doesn't look like it's going to be a lot, but hey. All right, so we begin this episode in what I like to call interludes. We see Dr. Simone at her office. The assistant or whoever has put a painting in there. I guess Simone doesn't really like it, but since the staff likes it, she's going to keep it. Next, we see Dr. Contessa finding some type of blemish on her face, and she's wanting some Botox. I think that's kind of a norm for her, which is cool. Y'all do what y'all want with your faces and bodies, whatever. And to the meat and potatoes, because I don't remember any other interludes, we go to Eugene and Toya's home. She's coming in the house with the other son, Avery, I think. Anyways, they're talking, well, before they get up in there, I guess Toya wants Eugene to be a little bit spicy when he comes as far as kissing and hugging her. And she said, grab on my booty in front of the boys. I mean, it's cool, especially if you grown up in a house or home with parents that didn't show each other affection. I know all about that, so I guess it's cool. It's probably weird for the boys a little bit, especially at the age that they're at, but who knows. So they're talking about Ashton not having a date for a dance. I think Ashton is older, which I really thought it would have been Avery. Ashton is more reserved, kind of like Eugene. It looks like Avery is a little bit more like Toya. Even though Ashton, I think he's got it mixture because how Ashton was last week, and I did not make a video on last week. For me, I didn't feel that pressed to do it. For me, it didn't seem like there was a lot going on. This episode, not much really going on, but I said, let me not do it 2 weeks in a row. So I apologize for not having another video up. Anyways, from last week, when Ashton was really going in on Toya about this Birkin, that he was able to read her down. Love that. When your children make you honest, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. As long as you're being respectful. So it was just asked of Ashton, why aren't you going to your dance? He says he don't want to go. We find out that Ashton is on like his fourth girlfriend. The one thing a rule that they have set in place is that the boys cannot be touching the girl. They were thinking hugging would be okay. Eugene's not really into that right now anyways, also, which is cool. And this is not a knock or whatever. I hope and I believe that they are telling their boys, like, learn boundaries. Not just say, don't be touching, because that's a whole other thing, because now that sparks interest, especially if you want to rebel and want to see what's going on, especially if you have other friends that are doing more than you. So make sure that the boys learn boundaries. Ask. If any touching goes on, ask. That's the best advice I have. And when she says no, no. And even if she changes her mind, you know how to back your tail up. Okay? Eugene talked about his father. He thinks he has a lot more of his father, kind of that militant police officer type of vibe. And Tony's like, no. If anybody's going to be manipulated, it's going to be Eugene. Eugene says, no, I talk to my children, my sons. I talk with them, and I also want to reason with them. Obviously, it looks like Toya's a little bit, could could. I don't know what goes on in their household. Be more hot headed. Let's get the belt, or I'm at least gonna be yelling at you. That's not Eugene's style. Wouldn't it be nice if, at least in the black home, because that's just what we're known to do, and we just if those boys are very intelligent, and I don't think it takes that much for them to come to a conclusion of whatever's going on. I think how their style of parenting is being very open about a lot of things, which I think is a plus for them. Because look, I didn't grow up in a home where you can talk. Like, you just really talk that, and you do what I say. That's just it. So in their house, it's a lot more transparent. When you have transparency, there is no need for secrecy. There's no need for a lot of disrespect. There's just a fine line between transparency and familiarity. Don't let people take your transparency and try to use it against you, or to think that they really know you and act like they can now treat you a certain way. So you get what I'm saying. So that's what's up. So I enjoyed their style of parenting. That's it. So we can move on to Dr. Jackie. Dr. Heavenly comes by Jackie's home, which I was shocked. This is the second time this year we've done seen somebody in Dr. Jackie's home. But you've seen that backyard, the landscape, and how all that is. Go ahead, Dr. Jackie, and Curtis. Dr. Jackie invites her over, Dr. Heavenly over. They're having daiquiri smoothies without the liquor, and Dr. Heavenly's a little bit bothered by that. What else? So Dr. Heavenly says that she's been invited to, or Dr. Jackie says that she's been invited to the White House for some more women fertility type of things. She has been asked that she could bring a guest, and she chose Dr. Simone. Dr. Heavenly, entertainingly, I know people are going to just act like she's so jealous. She was like, how come I wasn't invited? And all that good stuff. So then the jig is up, and Dr. Jackie invites Dr. Heavenly along with them. She said, this plan is not just one person I get to invite to, but Dr. Jackie is the one that kind of gives Dr. Heavenly a taste of her own medicine, if you want to call it that. That's cool. So they go on to the White House. Of course, there's some type of, we need to make sure that Heavenly acts right. I mean, she's with two people that she respects. Dr. Heavenly is totally different from the real Dr. Heavenly to the show Dr. Heavenly. Now, is Dr. Heavenly within the whole TV thing? Yeah, come on. That's what it is. But it's anything as far as television, as far as reality, you're going to heighten yourself for entertainment purposes. So you are who you are, but now at the 10th power most of the time. Okay, so they do their thing. There's the couples trip that people have already been informed. We're going to Key West. It looks very good. When they get there, I don't know when they traveled there, but obviously sometime during the summer. I think I need to get down there myself. But let me talk about Brownleaf and Dr. Greg. First, Brownleaf is throwing out old stuff. I don't know if this is quad stuff or what, but whatever. It's just, it was made to seem like she was throwing out old stuff that Quad had there while she was there with, what's her name? With the new doctor, Dr. Mimi. I will say this, they are introducing this couple a lot in a greater fashion than they did with the other couples, and I think that is so wrong. Even though we're only getting them, what, in episode 7 or 8? That's just my opinion, but that's just like, y'all didn't even do justice to the new folks, and it looks like we're not interested. We are interested, and it's not cool. Whatever. Dr. Greg doesn't really know if he really wants to be around Quad. He has a lot of trauma. But you decided to come back to a show that she helped build. I don't care what people think about Quad. Mariah was a part of that. These women worked to build this show. This is her show. So you decide to come back knowing you have trauma. And I really feel like last year was supposed to be the end all, the ending, the finishing of Quad, as far as some type of get back. That's just what y'all been apart for 6 years, and you still got all this trauma. I don't hear Quad keep bringing up your name like that. Stop it. Anyway, so everybody gets to Key West, and they are partnered off. Some couples are partnered off to see if they can work together. They're going to be kayaking and waterboarding and all that good stuff. Before they do all that, they confront Phaedra about calling them itches. Phaedra never comes accountable for that, all that good stuff, and she's just in her confessional saying that she gives the best lines, and I guess they're just offended by it. And I know her fan base is eating that up, but what does that mean? Because are you really ready to be called an itch? They're gonna really act like Phaedra just really ate with that line. What did she actually say, y'all? Nothing. Anyways, so Cecil, Simone, Dr. Mimi, and Jordan, they're paired together. We got Sharks. We got I forgot some of the names, but anyways, Dr. Heavenly and Contessa, Dr. Damon and Scott, they are together. Toya, Eugene, Quad, and King. Dr. Jackie, Curtis, G, Brownleaf, and Phaedra, since she never brings nobody. This is on a couples trip. They were there. They have a team together, so I think I covered everybody. But that was the start of it. We won't get to the meat and the gristle of it until next week when everything goes to HE double hockey sticks. And it looks like Greg is going to be the one spilling all about how much he does not like Quad. So y'all can paint her as a villain. I don't care. I will never get over knowing he admitted on the reunion stage of violence, and then seeing some black women that act like they stand up for black women try to defend him on the timeline. So whatever. That's not my fight, but I just look at y'all crazy. But he admitted to all that, and now they said whatever. Anyways, that's all I do have. There's not much that happened. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on, how you feel about what's coming up. If you've seen the previews, Apollo's coming along with his wife. Somebody, I think Phaedra's man finally, the one that, I forgot about that. Phaedra's dating for television. You can't tell me that she's not. So if she likes him and then she wants to, let me stop, because that's all I want to do is go in on Phaedra, and this ain't that type of video to probably in the next couple weeks, because she dips, and you saw by the preview she wants to call. She's not really wanting to be around these mean girls, and I have something to bring up when she starts talking about these mean girls, since you're doing interviews about Atlanta housewives. So whatever. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate everyone for coming here. Like this video on your way out, and you can subscribe. Until the next one, peace.